This is the Fox 43 News High School Football Frenzy, brought to you by Dean's Auto Plaza.
Hello everyone and welcome to Fox 43's High School Football Frenzy. You are looking at the Mechanicsburg Wildcat, a big bad cat, ready to go. What up, cat? All right, we got Mechanicsburg's cheerleaders right here as they host the West Perry Mustangs. Mechanicsburg, 3-1, a winning record, looking really, really good so far. Oh, but West Perry is undefeated. I need some help telling the story about this one. It's our game of the week. You're all set up here at Memorial Field. Tell us about this one, Andrew Callista. It's going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. You know why? Because that's why we're here, because we like to see good football games, and good things always come to when I am in the house. A lot of people do call me a good luck charm. Listen, West Perry, they come in undefeated 4-0 out of the Mid-Penn Colonial. Mechanicsburg 3-1. They are out of the Mid-Penn Keystone. What I could tell you is at the halfway point, someone is going to get a big win and a jump start into the second half of the football season. Mechanicsburg and West Perry, two teams, two similar paths. The Wildcats have risen from the ashes off to a great 3-1 start. A victory tonight gives them their longest win streak since 2009, and the attitude is taking hold all over town.
It's really great. It's something that I've missed basically my whole life. Like, we were good midgets, but like the high school team, as long as I can remember, didn't really have that much of success.
They're very excited. The community's excited. Their buddies at school are talking about it. You know, everybody's buying in. So right now the confidence level's through the roof.
And for good reason. The kids put in the work during the offseason, developed and didn't waver after a week 1 loss. They are on a wave and they intend to prove more doubters wrong.
We're playing like a team. I feel like our chemistry is better, like I said earlier. Chemistry is better. We're playing more together, and we're just not focused like on one player or stuff like that.
We knew that what we had this year, but I think a lot of people didn't, and just proving those people wrong really boosts our confidence, especially against Palmyra, and then just coming out these last 2 weeks with the win.
I've told them that they've got to be sure they walk that fine line though, because you're enjoying the success, you're having the success, but you shouldn't be satisfied with the success. You should always want to continue to work hard, continue to get better.
The Mustangs have gone through some limps in their gallop, but in 2018 they got on some fresh shoes and picked up the pace. A playoff run powered by Kenyon Johnson. He is back and won one last chance.
You gotta play every game like it's gonna be your last, you know. One season left, so you just gotta go out there and leave everything on the field. Can't take anyone lightly, no matter what their record is. If they're 0-4, like no matter, like gotta go out there prepare for them the same way.
West Perry has done that, undefeated while averaging 53 points a game. You don't need a calculator to tally up the Mustangs' confidence.
Each week it just seems like, you know, you go in and you say this is going to be a tough team, and so far we've been blowing people out. And I think that gives them confidence because as coaches, you're always upplaying your opponents. You know, and we face what I thought are some good teams that can do some good things, but we just happen to get the upper edge on.
I'm confident that we can go out there and do what we've been doing. I think we've been practicing and practiced really good this week, and we're ready for what's going to be coming at us.
I think everyone is ready for this one, especially the West Perry Mustangs. It's going to be a good one. And Todd, I was up at practice the other day. I am told they are bringing that small school chip on their shoulder, and if anybody knows about small chips on their shoulder, I'm a small person. I always have that chip on my shoulder.
You do not have a small chip on your shoulder. You have a boulder on your shoulder most of the time.
Dropping facts. You're dropping facts.
Look, they're 4-0. They faced the Keystone Division opponent. That's 3-1. And there was a lot of competition for our Frenzy Game of the Week this week. Consideration for Manheim Township and Cocalico. Last week's winner, Steel High, still unbeaten, facing Middletown. Big games in Gettysburg and Chambersburg as well. We employ Alex Cawley to break down these big matchups. Take it away with our Week 5 preview.
Week 5 of the high school football season means that we're starting to see who's a contender and who's a pretender. Nobody has been able to slow down Steel High or Middletown. Both teams enter this week 4-0, but something's got to give, and the Rollers hope their maturity continues to shine under the Friday night lights.
We're still maturing, we're still working on our IQ, and we really have a young football team. So just reaching our capacity physically and mentally, and just continue to bond as a team. The biggest thing, the difference between last year and this year is The kids are bonding, the kids are playing for the room.
Chambersburg bounced back in a big way from a Week 3 loss and will now look for a statement win of their own as undefeated State College comes to town on homecoming. The fans in Gettysburg should be in for a good one. Will the real Warriors please stand up? It's 3-1 Susquehannock against 3-1 Gettysburg as both teams are coming off wins in Week 4. And last but certainly not least, York Suburban has ventured out to a perfect 4-0 start, but Kennerdale has bulldozed their way to a 3-1 record as the Rams head into Trojan territory tonight. We'll have highlights and finals from those games and more coming up tonight on the High School Football Frenzy.
For the second week in a row, a very touching salute to service for pregame. This time at Mechanicsburg. We detail the activities before kickoff last week at Soldiers and Sailors Memorial Park and are wired up a little later in the show. For now, a little bit more from Mechanicsburg and West Perry as the cheerleaders and the Wildcat are ready to go. Mechanicsburg's band is headed our way. We'll hear from the head coaches. More frenzy after this.
You're watching the Fox 43 News High School Football Frenzy, brought to you by Dean's Auto Plaza.
Welcome back to the Frenzy here on Fox 43. I'm Todd Sadowski. We are live in Mechanicsburg for the Mechanicsburg Wildcats and the West Perry Mustangs. It is time now to talk to the head coach, Anthony Rose. Coach, thanks so much. We appreciate the hospitality as you guys bring it out here. You sound like from the South, so you know all about hospitality, right?
That is true. North Carolina, Todd. Yep.
Absolutely. So this particular game, this particular matchup, look, you guys have started well, and we can talk about that in a minute. West Perry's coming to town. What are they bringing with them?
Well, they bring, obviously, Kenyon Johnson's a very explosive player. You know, West Perry's 4-0, so we know they're a very strong team. They're going to be probably the toughest team we've played so far. They like to hit the explosive plays. Defensively, they've done a good job shutting their opponents down, so we know we're in for a dogfight tonight.
Now, you talk about so far. Well, so far, so good right now for Mechanicsburg. I know that's 3-1. The loss you probably look at some things to fix, and there's always stuff for coaches to look at. What do you like so far about what this year's team has been able to accomplish?
Well, I like the way that our team plays together. You know, all these guys come out, they work hard, they're a family, they're a team. Up front, we've continued to improve. Micah's done a lot of great things in the passing and the running game. Keegan's had some big plays for us. Caleb Brubaker and Tyree Morris have been setting the edge and the tone for us on defense. So there's a lot to like, but again, we still need to continue to work and continue to grow.
There's something about seeing those jerseys in the hallways on a Friday when the kids are wearing them and they're getting that support, isn't there?
That is true. That is true. These guys are wearing their jerseys proud, Wildcat pride. You know, we talk about being student ambassadors, and I can't tell you how much it means to see them walk through the halls, hear their teachers talk about how great they're acting in class and how they're stepping up and being leaders of the community.
Awesome. Thanks a lot. Coach, thanks so much. We always appreciate your time before the game. Absolutely. All right, go get them tonight. Thank you very much. Okay. Oh, we've been joined by some other special guests from Mechanicsburg, the Wildcats Band, and they are good. They're always good. They're playing a little bit for us right now as we get set up to look at some of the better plays from week number 4. We start at number 5. Southwestern keeps it on the ground against Dallastown. Watch Tyler Higdon with the stiff arm. Turns the corner at the sideline and slips into the end zone for 6. Strength, some speed, and superb awareness leads to 6 in a Mustangs victory. At 4, we go to Bermudian Springs. QB Jay Martinez steps up in the pocket, lofts it over the defender to Ricky Bacana. He catches, spins, and stretches at the last second. The ball falls over the goal line, and the Eagles fly past the Nighthawks. Number 3, have you noticed that Warwick is really good and guided by a quality quarterback? Junior Joey McCracken spins a perfect spiral towards Caleb Schmitz. Look at the placement and timing. Right spot and just enough real estate to get the feet in before falling out of the end zone. The Warriors knock out the Black Knights. At number 2, the Lampeter Bowl. The Buckskins tried to keep the trophy, but the Pioneers reclaim it thanks in part to this pick, and this is why you practice the tip drill. Christian Garber secures it, and he's not done yet. Look at the wall of blockers form, and they all go sprinting the other way. It only counts if you have the football, and Garber covers the necessary distance as LS bests the rivals from CV. And at number 1, staying with the theme, Trinity's offense needs to keep up with Steel High's any way possible. Daniel Scott fires off one receiver and right into the lap of another. Trey McAuliffe has a 4-leaf clover stashed in his hip pads or something. Look at it again. Amazing direction for the Shamrock score and our top play. All right, so we have heard from the Mechanicsburg side. It's time to hear from the Mustangs. Andrews with the head coach.
Todd, Mustangs, they're galloping in, undefeated. Coach Bob Bowden, I know you like that. I know you love talking to me as well, as we did on Wednesday. Hey, thank you very much. Coach, you're 4-0. You've beaten some pretty good football teams. How do you keep the kids from being too confident coming in here, but yet keeping that fine line of being confident coming in?
Yeah, we always talk about everything's important. Every second of the day, every snap, every game, every play, every quarter, it's all important. So the kids know that. They know the focus has got to be on the moment.
You know, I'm impartial. I love a lot of kids that play around this area. You guys happen to have one of my favorite players, Kenyon Johnson. I saw him last year a couple of times. He could do some special things on the field. What makes him so great at the quarterback and running back spot for you?
His speed. He's very fast. He's strong. He's got a good head for the game. He's been doing this for a long time. He's come through our midget program. So he's a player. He's a gamer.
When I talked to you the other day at practice on Wednesday, you said you see two similar football programs. Mechanicsburg, they've been down. You guys were down for a lot. You had made that jump up into the playoffs, and now this year it looks like you're going back to the playoffs so far the way it's been going. What's been the secret to your turnaround?
Just sticking to our core values. You know, we have to do what we do. We can't do what anybody else does. We can't control anybody else but us. So you stay in control of what you can do.
Secret to a Mustang victory tonight?
Ball control and no critical errors, no turnovers, no penalties.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot. I'll let you get back to coaching.
Shout out to the cheerleaders.
Absolutely.
We are Cats. Yell it, we.
Mechanicsburg's cheerleaders, they are fired up. Everybody's fired up, and it's time to get wired up right here on the Frenzy. To do that, salute the service that took place 1 week ago right here at Mechanicsburg.
It's just tremendous, both from the first responders' perspective as well as all these veterans, and the recognition is tremendous. It's just unbelievable that they put this together like this.
Great pride, and I love to support my daughter and everybody else that comes to see it.
To be able to have individuals and citizens be engaged and recognize what both veterans and as well as first responders do for them is tremendous.
Be able to always remember that sacrifice we put forth is not in vain. It's for everybody's freedom.
The Wildcat Band, they are hitting the notes just perfect. You know what else is perfect? The weather right here. And now it's time to bring in Mary Ellen Pan, who's making a guest starring appearance right here on The Frenzy.
The only problem is I'm not out there with you. I wish I was out there enjoying this fabulous football weather for the game of the week, sponsored by Renewal by Anderson. Yeah, temperatures at kickoff at 7 o'clock around 71 degrees in the low 70s. We're looking at clear skies in through the evening, 62 around halftime, and then temperatures will fall quickly once that sun sets into the upper 50s. So may want to have a sweatshirt or a jacket nearby just in case. Otherwise, we are looking at fabulous weather and clear conditions. And I wish I was out there again with you, Andrew. I hope you guys have a good time tonight. Looks like you're having fun.
More of the High School Football Frenzy preview show is coming right up.
Yell fight, fight. Yell green, green. Yell white, white. Everybody, yell fight, fight.
They are yelling green and white here as West Perry and Mechanicsburg get set for our Frenzy game of the week. We're back. Just have about a minute and a half as we all start to scoot this way for a little group photo opportunity at the end. Andrew, that includes you. Come on in.
I get to join in. Oh, thank you,
You
boss.
get to join in for sure. Now look, there's a couple other options if people can't get out to games tonight. Let's take a look. We have 3 Saturday games to choose from. At 1 o'clock, there's Reading at Governor Mifflin if you find yourself over in Berks County, Cumberland Valley at Harrisburg in a Mid-Penn Commonwealth clash, and West York also traveling to Berks County to face Wyomissing at 1:30. All right, we're going to wrap up the Frenzy with a little Frenzy Flash. Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll see you for the highlight show tonight at 10.